This is Cyndy G, and in this video we are assembling the flyby, twist, and pop card. So we're going to start with the front. All those pieces go inside. Here's our front. And I'm going to use a very pale blue and ink my clouds a little bit. This is almost completely dried out, so it's just adding the faintest hint of blue around the edges here. Okay, so we have that done. Let's take a look at our airplane. Of course, right when I sit down to start, I checked to make sure I had all my pieces, and now there's one missing. There we go. Okay. So you have your base of your airplane. Whatever color you do this in is the color of your propeller, okay? And some of the little accent pieces on the plane. So I chose silver. Well, it's kind of gray. And when you line this up, you want to line up the tail here, because you've got a piece here at the top and there's a very small piece here at the very end that's not covered by that. The next piece you want to put on is this X. These are the cables for your biplane. I think I want about like that. Line them up about at the bottom of the red. This smaller piece is your bottom wing. And that's going to cover up the bottom pieces of that X. And then this other red piece is your top wing. Okay, so it looks like that. Just put a little dab there on your tire and use a pickup tool for your wheel. And there is your plane. Now I cut my banner into cream because my clouds are white and I didn't, and that was all blending in together. So I cut that out of white, out of cream, I mean. I think that's where my clouds are going to go. So you just want to glue them in place. Then your plane is going to just it in there. I think I might use some foam tape for the plane and the banner. You don't want to add too much dimension to the front because this is a twist and pop card, so it is a little bit bulky. But I think one layer should be okay. A piece for my plane. I cut this long ways. Okay, and then this will glue onto the front. But since I added my dimension already, I'm going to wait to put this on the front until I do the inside. So here are the pieces for the inside. And whichever side of your cardstock you want facing up inside your card, you want that on the outside and you want it folded in half, doing a mountain. And then your X's, you're going to fold in a valley. And if you just take your fingers here and you pinch it to the middle, you can see this allows this to close. And this will be going inside your card. Okay. And I think I didn't like the way this looked on that pattern. I'm gonna go back to my solid white base. Okay, so the inside, we have pretty much the same pieces for the airplane, but they're in sections so that the folds are not too bulky. And I did not put that on very well, so I'm just going to trim this down. You can see that I did not line that up very good at all. Okay, and then apply your wheel. And then the front half of your plane is going to go together the same way as the front one. So you want to put the base of the plane on first. You're lining this up to your straight edge here. And then the next piece you're going to put on is your X. And this is the smaller one again is your lower wing. And then the bigger one is your top wing. And then put your wheel on. Okay, and I already have my banner done. So the front says Worlds, and then inside your banner says Best Dad. And when I glue these in place, they're going to go over just a little, but I want to make sure that I space these right so that it folds well. So you're going to have a slight gap there so that these will close. Okay, I think if you'll see it's just going to hang over just a little bit. You can see how this is kind of thick, so you don't want all that extra thickness right over your fold, because then it won't twist very well. So just gap that just slightly. And I'm going to start with the front piece since I have the outline of the plane to match it up to. Okay, so this is shaped like a W, so that's how you need to fold it. And then we're going to bring this piece in. You're going to line this up. Fold this forward. And you're only going to put glue on one half, okay? And I'm going to pick the bottom half to do it since it's my bigger piece on this side, but you can do either way. And so you're just putting it on the bottom half. So if you choose the bottom half on this side you pick the top. Okay, and then glue that down. Then as you see, that just folds up inside, and that is the inside. Then we're just going to glue the card base here. Move that over just a little. Make sure that's straight. Looks good on both sides. So you can see that there is some bulk here in this card. So on the inside, don't use any foam tape. If you want to use any of that, just use it on the front, but not too much, because then you're adding a lot of extra bulk. There we go. Then I've got some panels here to put on the inside. There we go. That operates very nicely, and then you can add this little panel for a sentiment inside. And then we will adhere this to the front. It just has a very slight border, so you just want to take your time. There we go. World's best dad. Okay, thank you for joining me.